career?
Skip, I mean, look, Justin Herbert has been unbelievable. He's been a lot better than I thought he was. He was better than he was at Oregon. His ability to throw the football, I knew he was athletic, knew he had nice legs, and was mobile, but I didn't realize he was going to be able to throw the ball like this. So he's been very, very impressive. But I've liked what I've seen from Tua. And I think Tua has gotten better and better, and they're going to ask Chan Gailey, who's my former position coach when I first got to Denver, will put more and more on his plate. And Chan has always done a great job of developing quarterbacks. And so I think he'll develop Tua. I'm going to say I'm stick with Tua. Like I said, I've been very, very impressed with Justin Herbert. But the throws that I've seen Tua make against Arizona, not the ones that I saw him make the first game, even though they won, and they didn't ask him to do a whole lot, but the throws that I saw him make against Arizona, Skip, on the road, I'm very impressed. I want to see how Herbert handles the pressure that Miami's going to throw at him. Skip, they run a lot of bomb blitz, run a lot of bomb blitzes. They're looking to come get you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to see how he handles that. But for this week, I'm going to stick with Tua another week.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Sounds like you were about ready to cash in your chips on old Tua.
I will hold on to Tua because I got a feeling I got a 300-yard game coming this week.
You think so?
Like another 300-yard game.
Well, he's got some backup because that defense just might be the best defense in pro football.
No more scoring defense, right? For sure, yeah.
I still don't trust Tua's health going forward. And the most horrifying comment came from him about 3 days ago when he said, I don't think I'll ever be my old self again. You won't? They just spent the 5th overall pick and bet the ranch on you, bet the near future
Well, he won't be able to run, Skip. Can he throw it? I just want him to be able to throw it like his old self. Can he throw it like his old self?
When he rolled out the other day, he had a little hitch in his get-along. It didn't look right to me. He did have one escape up the middle, which was very impressive.
You saw that?
Yeah, I don't even know how he pulled it off because when he rolled out, it looked different to me. It just didn't look like old Tua, and I don't think he'll ever, with the hip surgery, be quite himself again. So you're going to bank on that long term? Shannon Sharpe says, hurt in college, hurt in the pros.
Yeah, you limp into the league, you'd probably limp out of it, too.
So he had reportedly 5 surgeries on different body parts, one on each ankle, obviously, one on a finger, had knee scope, and then had this career-threatening hip surgery, broken hip. Man, that's a lot. Yeah. And to me, I'm also shocked by Justin Herbert. So we're looking at 6'6", probably 235-ish. Can move.
Yes.
Already has 166 rush yards, 5 a pop. And is averaging 307 yards passing, which is 3rd best in the whole league. Right out of the box.
17 and 5. 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Okay. The only glitch is they are 1 and 6. Is that all his fault? No, because they've had a bunch of heartbreaking losses that could cost your close friend a job.
And they shouldn't have. I mean, they had 17-point leads in 3 consecutive games and lost all of them, which is gut-wrenching, and you got to find a way to win close ball games. But, Skip, Justin Herbert has been unbelievable. But I'm going to ride with Tua one more week. I got a feeling he's going to have a big game.
I think it's short. It's going to be a short leash ride here for you.
I've been very impressed. He can spin it.
Because he can spin it, but he has about half the velocity that Justin Herbert has.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm saying Justin Herbert can spin it.
Oh, he can spin it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tua, Skip, Tua is never going to be, he's going to be more Steve Young lefty than Michael Vick.
Yep.
Michael Vick had a laser at a lefty.
Okay, but Steve Young had a much bigger arm to me than
You think
Tua
so?
has. Yep. Much bigger.
Oh, no, Skip.
Yeah, I do. Because Tua had some good hang time on some of those.
Man, go ahead, you a hater. Do they get there? You keep talking about my homeboy had hang time.
They got there at Arizona. I don't know how.
Yeah, I do.
He threw a couple of them where I said, how did that work?
Anticipation.
Really?
Yeah. Like my guy, my homeboy, you talking about he had hang time, but the Tyreek Fair caught it. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. I'm anticipating that Tua's going to have a rocky road ahead.
What, a Sunday?
Just staying healthy. I think it's going to be hard.
Oh, yeah. That's my #1 concern is his ability to stay healthy, yeah. That was a very serious injury.
I've been impressed with both these young guys, but I just got to say, I am a huge Tua fan. But we're sticking with young stars here. Did we get a glimpse of 2 future NBA stars last night? Vic, Michael, were you okay with what Lamar said about defenses calling out plays?
No, I wasn't okay with it. If it was discussed amongst him, his offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, then I would have been okay with it. The fact that, it was said on a radio show or, wherever it was said, I think it was certainly inappropriate and not the time. You keep that in-house and you talk about it on the sideline. You talk about it after the game and post-game. And I've been a part of situations where, on numerous occasions, where our players is getting called out, run and pass. And I certainly got frustrated a little bit, but, I instantly had to step back from the situation and look at it, knowing that I was playing in the National Football League, and they get paid, on the defensive side of the ball, just like we get paid on the offensive side of the ball. And when you have defensive coordinators who spend the entire offseason planning to stop what you do best for that one day, they got 364 days to try to figure you out for that one day. And it's going to happen after you have a year of success. And, Lamar's going to have to get used to that for the next 7 to 8 years, regardless of what type of offense he's in. He's going to run into some turmoil, a level of difficulty, and it's up to him to figure it out. Go the other way. Come back to the sideline. Talk to your coach. Audible. Change the play. There's plenty of options that we have as quarterbacks. So I expect Lamar to learn from this. I expect them to talk about it internally and fix it.
I agree with you, Mike. And Skip and I discussed this yesterday, and I said the exact same thing. We've all been. Let me ask you a question. How many times, Skip, you think in a game against Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry said, "Here's the run. They finna run it." What you think Derrick Henry here? A lot of times, I just want people to know, because Lamar Jackson is trying to overcomplicate this, and he wants people to think that we go into every Sunday with 135 brand new plays. We run the exact same plays, just out of different formations. That's all we do. Everything else is basically a lot of window dressing. We were running tiger far cross from solo right, and we was running from double wing right. It was the same play. Shannon Sharpe was just lining up in different formations. Skip, a lot of times, Mike, you know this. Players, defensive guys, as you mentioned, they study. Okay, he's sitting light. He about to pull. It's a run. He's sitting heavy. He dig it in. It's a run. Okay. Oh, they got a little flyer in here. Oh, it's a pass. Early in my career, Dan would tell me, because every time I come in the game, guess what we were doing? We were passing the ball. Every time I leave the game, they were running the ball. And Dan just pulled me aside. He said, "Shannon, you're going to have to gain some weight, and you're going to have to learn how to block." I'm not saying you have to be Clarence K or Orson Mobley, but you're giving off tendencies when you're in and when you're out of the game. Well, here's the thing, Lamar. When you become more proficient, what do you think is hard to game plan Patrick Mahomes for? Because he can throw it. If you become more proficient at throwing the football, then they can't just say, if we take Lamar Jackson's legs away from him, we can beat the Baltimore Ravens. Until you do that, Lamar, I'm telling you, teams are gearing up to stop your run. And until you find a way to fix that, because like Mike says, teams spend the entire offseason. Who has success? Oh, that's how you have success? They spend their entire offseason try to stop it. Trust me, I played with TD, and we ran the football, and they call that run. Okay, yeah, we're going to run it. Stop it.
Okay, so let me say that I appreciate the words from Michael Vick, because Michael has helped mentor Lamar Jackson, and I hope that Lamar is somehow watching or hears what Michael says to him. I would hope that they would have a conversation off camera, because those are words of wisdom. It was a bad look. It was wrong place, wrong time. And what bothered me the most about a Lamar that I remain a big fan of was the timing of the remarks. The Ravens aren't 2-6, they're 6-2. And let me ask you, what did we just watch on Thursday Night Football? We watched the Indianapolis Colts go to Tennessee and basically just take them apart in the second half.
Beat the brakes off them.
Thank you. What did we just see 5 days ago happen at Indianapolis? We saw Lamar Jackson take over the second half against that same team and that same defense. He took it over and ran them out of their own building. They won the second half. The Ravens did 17-0.
Right.
Lamar in the second half went 10 for 10, throwing the football for 119, and he ran it 9 times for 43 more yards and a touchdown.
Right.
It was the best half he's played all year, and in part it was because Greg Roman said, "I give up. You do it." He let Lamar run fast break. He just let him call a bunch of, you have to relinquish the play calling to your quarterback, Go fast. No huddle. Just see if we can run them out of their building, and they pulled that off. So then what would inspire Lamar then to go on the Rich Eisen show and say, they knew our plays? Well, it doesn't get you anywhere. It does you no good because it comes off as a shot at Greg.